All right, here we are, Educated Idiots Podcast, Episode 8, coming to you live from Studio 60. However you're choosing to listen to us, we thank you. This episode's brought to you by the Pizza Hut Dinner Box. Blake Shelton will pitch it, but he won't eat it. But if you're in need of cleaning out the bowels, add the hot wings to raise your cholesterol and lessen the number on the scale. The Pizza Hut Dinner Box. It's like laxative, but in a box. I'm Doug Wilkinson. To my left is Dan Henson, the Simon and Garfunkel of your magical musical journey into the stupidity of two men observing society. Say hello, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
All right, so into our opening segment here. This is brought to you by Kaufman's Hemorrhoid Cream. You got the itch, we've got the fix, and I think people are actually out there trying to trade on the stock market. They're looking for Kaufman's. They want to see it on the Dow Jones. I can feel it. So, Dan, what do we need to know?
We need to know that, I started this thing last episode, in episode 7, I believe.
That does come before 8. Yeah,
thank you. In episode 7, I said, hey, here's something you'll never hear. And this week, here's something you'll never hear. You'll never hear a lady say, you know what, I'm the perfect temperature. Which is funny because I thought of that like a couple months ago. I jot these things down. I think I'm funny. I have ADD. I just jot things down when it comes to me. I was going to say it tonight as I was getting a pop before the show at our unofficial sponsor, Hy-Vee gas station.
Glenn, Vicky, we love you.
There was people in line, like 5 people, 3 dudes, 2 ladies, and both ladies said, it's cold in here. Oh, it's freezing. And I laughed to myself. I'm like, no way. Like, you're proving my point right now. But I didn't say that because I didn't want people to think I'm a psycho.
And social awareness, you do at least have that, which is nice.
Thanks.
I'm just like, the covers are on, the covers are off. It's like, Jesus, things are good.
Should I take a sweater? Yeah, take a sweater. I just say yes all the time.
Yes,
whatever. You can take it off. You don't have to have it on.
Agree.
So
I prefer when women take their clothes off, but that could just be me. I mean, I guess I should say I usually prefer when my wife takes her. Never mind. We're going down the
5 o'clock somewhere.
It is probably. All right. So that was our need to know. Actually,
what does 5 o'clock somewhere mean? That is.
You don't know what that one is? 5 o'clock somewhere?
It's a song.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
5 o'clock somewhere, like you can have a drink, like whenever you want one. Like it's 5 o'clock. See, this is tough because you've never really been a big drinker. And
I'm just saying random things that don't even make sense, but maybe they do.
Yeah, they do. Most of them are rooted somewhere in life.
Oh, we'll cut that out.
That's okay. We're good. Okay, so let's move on to our next segment here. Pet peeve or annoyance, thought of the day, if you will. I'm up for this episode, so here's mine. And I might be alienating a portion of our audience here, but mine is people who show up after the time they tell you they're going to be there, and they don't let you know they're running late. Absolutely drives me nuts.
Did you put the last part in because I always say, hey?
Yeah, but you always let me know. Like, that is, but it's a very true thing. Like, I think that's where some people differ. They're just like, if it's 7 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, and that's what it is. And, it's like the old adage. And this is probably coming from, like, football. Like, my high school football coach was old school like this. My college coach was like this. If we're supposed to be there, if you're on time, you are 10 minutes late. Like, that has always been the adage. Like, you always show up 10 minutes before. So that kind of got ingrained to me. And truthfully, like, I don't care. People are late. Like, especially now that I've had kids, like, I get it. Like, people are going to be late to stuff. Not a big deal.
Just text.
Just let people know that you're going to be late, which is hugely ironic because I grew up in a family that was late to everything. Like, we get there, time meant absolutely nothing. Family Christmas. We're eating at noon. No, we're not. We're eating after my Uncle Dave, love you, Uncle Dave, after he gets there. 1 year out of the 30-plus years I've been alive, they finally said it was 2:30. We were supposed to eat at noon. Uncle Dave still wasn't there. Oh. And they finally agreed to just eat.
Wow.
And it was like, we really waited 2.5 hours in a family of large mammals like I come from. We made it that long.
I think I'd sneak a deviled egg or something.
I was gnawing on my own. I was down to an elbow. I felt like, what was that, 127 hours? Oh, yeah, he's got 3 of them. They're all grown. They're all adults. He wasn't even driving with them. His kids were there. Just him and his wife. Not there yet. And I love them to death.
It's tough.
And they know. They're not idiot. Like, they get it. Like, they know they were late. So now it's kind of become a running joke, but it's just like, now I get to the point where I lie to my family. if I want them to be somewhere, most of them, like some of my siblings are really good with it, but most, like my folks, have been, like, they've acknowledged it now that they need to be better about that kind of thing. But I usually tell them a time like 30 to 40 minutes before I actually need them to. So they'll show up when I actually, if I need them at 3, I tell them 2. And they get there about 2:40, and then it works out and keeps everybody happy. But it's like, yeah, like you said, like call, text, send me a fax, connect to my beeper. Send me a damn passenger pigeon. Something. If you're running late, communicate. It's the 21st century. You can contact with people and not, like, keep them waiting like you're some type of royalty. Connect with the peasants. Let us know you're running behind. It's not a big deal. Just let me be in on the scoop here.
Brought to you by Kaufman's Hemorrhoid Cream.
He's just going to say it probably is producing some of those darn things right now. So, all right. So that's
those little buggers.
Yeah. And
why are we talking about that?
And it's funny because I get bad. Like when I'm not around my wife, I am like that. Like I am late, but I try to just shoot like, yeah, hey, I'm, here. Like I actually did it. It was on the reverse end to you a couple of weeks ago when we were going to get together, and I was just like, I'm running a little bit late, man. Hey, I just, I'm 10 minutes away. Because and honestly, had I not already knew this was going to be something I wanted to talk about, I don't know, maybe I'd have gone passenger pigeon. All right, so episode 7, we had an audience challenge that we're throwing it out there to our older audience, or if you are maybe still in college, we kind of want to know what your favorite memory is. Episode 7, I shared a story. You can go back and listen to more of the details. Not my absolute favorite one, but definitely one that I remember. So you can hit us up. You can get to the Idiots Educated inbox, idiotseducated@gmail.com.
I used it the other day.
That was impressive.
Thanks.
I like that you're starting to get in on some of these things, and it's technology. We're learning on the job here, people. So we've got Facebook, Twitter. You can search Educated Idiots Podcast. Podcast being the big part to things, because there's some clowns out there who are like doing audition tapes for Jackass. I apologize.
Good for them.
Hey, you know what? They're at least doing something. They're hitting record while somebody's almost ready to die. So at least they've got that going. But if you've caught some of those, that's where podcast is the big piece to it. I've also, and I don't know if you've noticed this with our webpage, which here's the full address, and again, you'll see it up on the screen, sites.google.com/site/education idiots/ Not a great name, but when your budget's nothing, it's what we can afford. I've upgraded the site. I've tried including a few external links. No promos. Like we're not getting paid for any of this. Just sites
we like doing this.
that we enjoy. And that might be a partial lie. They're ones I enjoy, but I know you have caught yourself on them a few times. So you check out our website. We're trying to do some of those things. Again, the biggest thing.
www.clownpecker.fart.com.
That's gonna now have to be on there. So.
It was the last one left. We had to take it.
We had to get one out there. All right, here we go. New segment. We've gotten a lot of audience feedback, which has been nice. It's quick hitter time, Dan.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Think you can make this happen?
Bring it.
Here we go. Brian from Cedar Falls. The party tricks. Way back, the party trick clip that we had, people's weird party tricks. He says, and I want to get your reaction on this before you hear my take. His party trick is, he says, I can suck air into my butt and make myself fart, and I have never met anyone else that can do that.
I got nothing. I can't even comment on that. I don't go there.
I don't know whether I should applaud Brian or if I should just shake my head in disgust. Like, I know
How did he find out that he could do that?
Where's the origin story? Brian, I know you're out there listening. Hit us back up with how you even discovered this. I haven't even, tried that. And yet, I still find myself impressed with Brian, which probably reveals a lot about me. He's musically inclined on the butt trombone. Oh. And to that I say, well done, sir. So here we go. Next quick hitter. This is Jason.
Thank you.
Jason from Louisiana, all the way down south. Louisiana. He says, in response to our horse racing clip, one of our first ones that we ever put out there, he said that in Louisiana, they have zebra and ostrich racing at their horse track that you can gamble on.
I would think that a zebra would be way faster than an ostrich.
I don't know that they're racing each other.
Oh.
I think it's like zebras are racing.
Things.
Zebras are racing each other. Ostriches are racing each other. I've never heard of that.
I've
no idea. They've got to have somebody on them, don't they? You
to the Google machine.
Yeah, GTS. I guess, when they're not hunting alligators, what are you going to do? Swamp People, by the way, is one of my favorite shows.
Have you ever thought about Swamp People? If they have their phone and you press it where you can talk text, Could you imagine what actually shows up?
Siri is probably not happy with them.
No, because I enunciate very clearly, and sometimes the words get messed up.
So when they're talking in that thick southern drawl, like you thinking it's not coming out?
Yeah.
Do you think it's got a dialect button? Like on those smartphones, like a dialect button where they're just like, yeah, this you have an IQ below 30. We're going to go
Arabic or ignorant? That's ignorant.
All right, here's our last one of the quick hitters. This comes to us from Neil in Cedar Falls.
Hello.
What's worse, stepping on a Lego or stepping in water when you're wearing socks? No shoes, obviously.
Okay, I know this is easy for me.
Okay.
I've got the weeniest feet ever. I can barely walk across carpet. That's how bad it is.
What do you feet got, like diabetes or something?
They do. My feet are diabetic. Oh, type 2. There's 2 of them. No, but I've stepped on stuff before and I tear up. That's how bad it is. I could handle a wet sock.
So you're going Lego.
I'm going Lego's way worse.
Lego. Mine would probably be, although I'm right with you with the Lego, I'm going to say water with the socks on, only from golf. Like, I hate, like, if I've got an older pair of golf shoes, I know you're rolling in dough, so you don't have to worry about that. Golf coach, always got the new gear. But, like, I just cannot stand the feeling of wet socks.
I'm under contract. Let's just be honest.
Adidas,
I roll deep with
Nike,
TaylorMade.
TaylorMade. I was going to say, you probably got a few of them out there. So those were our quick hitters. Here's a longer hitter on the audience feedback. My buddy Jeff from Lone Tree, again.
Hello.
Obviously.
I like doing that.
I love when you do that.
Thank you.
There's not a ton going on in the LT, short for Lone Tree. That's where he's from. There's 20 people in the town.
I have a story about Lone Tree if we get done.
All right, we'll come back to you on that one. So the booming metropolis of hillbillies and trailer parks, Lone Tree. Jeff's pet peeve is driving, specifically drivers from the state of Illinois, which is nice to see that Jeff gets out of Lone Tree on occasion. But he says this about drivers from Illinois. Their inability to move from the fast lane to the slow lane, which I don't think is an Illinois thing. Drives me nuts when that happens anyways. But he says that is one that he just can't do that. So I'll piggyback this one with one from my wife. She called me today, and she was out of town at the time. She was visiting a friend in Des Moines, and she said that people who drive slow in the fast lane is easily her number one pet peeve right now. Mm-hmm. That and children under the age of 5 and their inability to function like a full-fledged adult, which is just a snapshot of our fairy tale world that we live in.
Preach on, Stacy.
So let's hear this. This here, your Lone Tree. Hit me.
I did a comedy show a couple years ago in Lone Tree. And again,
wait.
small
in Lone Tree.
In Lone Tree, it was a small dive bar. Shocking, I know.
Been there.
So we have a comedy show. We have a couple Iowa City comics that are going to be down there, plus myself. Mm-hmm. There's 3 people, all sharing time. We get there. 2 people paid for the show. 9 people were at the bar. Had nothing. They didn't want anything to do with the comedy show.
There's 11 people in the whole bar.
The 2 people that paid for it both were over 400 pounds, and I was doing fat jokes that night. So that wasn't good. So the audience was a little rough. And the 9 people up at the bar absolutely hated the fact that we were doing comedy. And they were just looking at us like they would on that alligator show, if I can go full circle. They kind of cross-eyed, headlight in the trees. Mm-hmm. Well, I had made a reference. I still was trying to involve them. Mm-hmm. So I made some kind of joke about some kind of TV show. I did like back-to-back TV shows where it was funny. Mm-hmm. I got nothing.
And from the 2 people and the 9 at the bar?
Exactly. So all 11 people, no one's laughing. Mm-hmm. And these jokes have worked in the past, so I knew it was the audience, right? I'm not. Sure. It's not me, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we get it.
So I said, do you guys have television, or did you sell it for meth? Just trying to, make them feel at home and
didn't work.
Try to connect. And the guy says at the bar, stands up, he goes, "Hey, watch it. This is a meth town. Swear to you." And I was like, okay, like that. And then I ended my
Easy
set.
Breaking Bad.
It's like I got heckled with like something I had no comeback for. You're proud of meth. That's very nice. I get off the set. I do my set. I get done. Horrible. The next guy comes up and he said, "So, do you guys ask for anhydrous for Christmas?" Which I just died laughing. So that's my Lone Tree story.
I love it. The best part is I have been in that bar, so I know exactly when we'd made a little road trip. I won't dive into that story because I'd like to keep my day job. All right, so back to Jeff's point. So where do you stand on people who don't move over quick enough?
I
I can't imagine anybody likes it, but
well, I don't have road rage. I have road sarcasm. So I'm like, yeah, hi, any dumber? Get over. Like that, I just yell constantly, and I realize that it's not like I freak out and want to, hurt somebody like Lyle Zato, reference 1977. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just can't stand the fact that here's my biggest pet peeve. I don't like the left lane. Here's what I do. Once I get on 4-lane roads, I hit my cruise. I don't touch my cruise. That's my cruise. I'm going to go 4 to 5 over, depending on the situation, and I'm driving. Drives me nuts is a car will pass me. I will not break my cruise, pass them back. Then they will pass me again. One time in Florida, the same car passed us 5 times.
And finally, I'm just sick game of leapfrog. Or?
It was just weird. And I'm like, I did everything I could not to flip them the bird. Finger to layperson.
And it's not like my life is a NASCAR event. Like, I don't need to go see Earnhardt down there in Talladega. Like, I'm not like, I don't need, I'll turn right. I'm okay with that. Like,
it's we just a little bit more car tonight. It's like every NASCAR. Don't get me going on NASCAR.
I'll try not to take it, but it's just like
another show.
And you know what? I'll creep. I'll creep right up on their bumper. I'll get right there, and I never tend to go more than like you said, like 5's about my wheelhouse, maybe 10 if I'm trying to make up for lost time and don't want to have to text somebody to let them know that I'm running behind. Like I'll like go a little bit, but I will creep up right on their bumper, and if they tap the brakes, like I'm not like I'm just probably gonna rear end them. I'm badass like that.
You are.
It's just kind of how I live. Tell. Yeah. So all right, there you go. Thank you, Jeff. Kind of got us going on a little bit of a tangent there. That's audience feedback portion, and now that we're getting some feedback, we're trying to get people in the show and let them know what's up. So thank you all. Keep hitting us up with that stuff. Time for our news of the day. Dan, why don't you go ahead? You got the news story.
Oh yeah, it's
the movie-related news story that we got here.
Our friend Clint Eastwood. He's a friend.
He's a friend of the show.
Yeah, he is actually producing. He's a producer now.
Director
has been for years.
Yeah, director as well.
Whatever. I'm just trying to give him some credit. He's actually producing the Jersey Boys. And it's a musical, and it just seems like he went from the country western movies. You know what I mean? And he's done some other things.
He's tough, bad.
Oh, and you know what? Morgan Freeman says that his favorite producer, director, whatever, is Clint Eastwood. So I mean, that's like, and I like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the fact that he's making a musical it just seems kind of odd. I went to a musical one time. I went to the musical Rent down in Des Moines. Yeah. I was with my girlfriend. I kind of felt like a Nancy boy, though.
This is how long ago?
Let's see. This was, 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. They took my guy card at the door. It's okay, though, because I fell asleep and I got it back. I also received kind of a sore arm because my girlfriend elbowed me twice and some old lady elbowed me once. And I'm like, step off, Betty White. I'm serious. That wasn't Betty White, but I'm trying to think of an old person everybody would relate to.
Betty White's a good call.
Betty White,
Golden Girls were amazing.
Yeah. It's not that I hate musicals. I just don't like when people sing their thoughts. Like, who could be at the door? I'm like, I don't know, you fruity bastard. Just go answer it. But, no, it was actually, what I say, it was like probably 525,600 minutes. Okay, I did like that
that's
song.
That's a musical joke.
Yeah,
right.
thanks.
Yeah.
That's a musical
joke. Is that
joke.
actually from Rent?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. You're more cultured than I am. I've never watched Rent
I like that song, and I like the one, Roger, this is your mother. Do you know that song?
I don't.
Yeah,
no.
Okay. So look at me. I'm cultured.
I prefer females, so no, I don't got that one. Sorry.
No, speaking of fruity people,
and we are.
Let me back it up because I have a tendency. I don't want to say like I'm a hater. Okay, it's just that I don't like watching things like musicals or men's figure skating, for example. Things like that just drive me crazy. As a matter of fact, when I was married before. I'll lay for shock and awe value. Yeah. When I was married before, I used to come in the room and she'd be watching men's figure skating, and I'd say the same thing every single time. I'd say, I bet the gay guy wins. Which I'm saying the happy guy, and she's taking it all wrong. And she said to me one time, she goes, I swear to God, if you say that one more time, we're getting divorced. We haven't been together since the 2008 Olympics. So,
So there's that.
well, I'm sensitive, is what I'm trying to say, Doug. So,
I love it.
no, but that's what happens because I have ADD. So I read about Clint Eastwood and the Jersey Boys, and I go directly to my one musical, Rent.
Yeah.
And then I go to figure skating, and I just can't. I'm in a rut. I can't get out of it.
It's not like I'm free of charge here. I mean, I went to a small school. Like a lot of us had to do the musicals. We did that. I mean, so it's not that. It's
I love music.
Yeah, and I do as well. In fact, thank God though. I mean, my wife loves going to those things. I haven't been taken to any of them yet, but I have a feeling that I'm going to be in trouble at some point down the road. She's probably going to make me end up going to that. I saw two Jersey Boys. Obviously, Clint Eastwood was smart. It made $13 million in its opening weekend.
Yowza.
So, I mean, that's okay. Maybe that's a Clint Eastwood thing. Jersey Boys is a pretty popular one, too. I know of its existence. I knew the Rent song, too. I just wanted to give you a hard time. So, all right, so there's the news with Dan. Hey, I want to appreciate everybody listening. We thank you. Remember, you can see the info on the screen where you can find us on the web. Keep giving us that feedback. We'll try and spread the love around a little bit here. We are having a lot of fun, and that's the number one thing we're selling right now is free. So hope you enjoy watching them. I'm Doug. That's Dan. We're the Educated Idiots.
Bye-bye.